Cuando yo tenía 5 años,
When I was 5 years old, I remember always waiting for the weekend, going crazy, waiting to play football. I started playing at school with the other kids, and then on Sunday, stadium, and watch Real Zaragoza. It was a double ration of football for me. On Saturday I played, and on Sunday. When I was 10 years old, I remember it was the first time I started to play for Real Zaragoza. The first time I joined the youth academy of the club, and we won the Spanish championship. I know that that was the first time the club had ever been national champion in our age group. I remember we won the semi-final against Real Madrid and the final against Real Oviedo. They are excellent memories. When I was 15, the hardest period of my sporting career. I was a late bloomer compared to the other kids, and sometimes I really thought about giving up. But luckily I didn't give up, and here I am today.
At Total, we go the extra mile for you.
Hello and a very warm welcome to BN Sports live presentation of the African Champions League final. Looking in live at the Cairo International Stadium, where the 56th edition of Africa's biggest international club competition comes to in a night of firsts in Cairo. 8-time Champions League winner ZAMALEK, 13-time continental champions AHLY, the two biggest clubs in Egyptian football, facing off in the Cairo derby and making history as it is the first ever Champions League final between two clubs from the same nation. As it happens, these two happen to be from the same city. And they're playing in their city now in Cairo. It's also played as a single elimination title match. And so adding a little extra drama and emotion into this historic rivalry with real animosity between the two clubs. Jaime Pacheco's ZAMALEK and Pitso Mosimani's AHLY. Pitso Mosimani, already African Champions League winner. In fact, he defeated AHLY to win this competition previously. Here's a look at the two starting 11s. We'll begin with the Portuguese boss, Jaime Pacheco, who makes two changes from the second leg semi-final win over Raja Casablanca. Mahmoud Allah returns to central defense in place of El Winch, while the captain Shikobala comes in, moving Islam Gaber to left back in place of Abdallah Goma. Strikers up top with Ashraf Ben Sharki, who scored in the first leg against Raja Casablanca. Mohamed, who hit a brace in the second leg against the Moroccan side. Meanwhile, for AHLY, two changes of his own for Pitso Mosimani. The left back Ali Maloul steps in, and so too does Hamdi Fati. Now a moment of silence in Cairo. Tribute to the late Diego Armando Maradona, the week at the age of 60, reportedly due to heart attack. In the football world in mourning with the untimely death of a legend. We've seen tributes pouring out in every corner of the soccer world, and Africa no exception. Final checks here for the head official. As mentioned, in single elimination format, these titles used to be decided home and away, but for the first time, a predetermined neutral ground. And with that, I'll step aside. Your match commentator is Robbie Nunes to decide the champion of Africa on BN Sports.
Let's get this show on the road. AHLY looking for their 9th
CAF Champions League title. Zamalek looking for number 6 to move one above Tipi Mazembe, who they share with 5 titles each. Thought that just went over the other side of the line. Not the case. AHLY. Getting the feel of the ball, of course, before we start seeing how these two teams will play, just enabling them to show off their character and their charisma with the ball at their feet, which is something which is wonderful to see. And Jaime Pacheco, he's trying not to change too much. They rely heavily on their defensive game, hence the reason why they've got a 4-4-2 rather than a 4-3-3, as we see a little charge there with Afsha. He scores some extraordinary goals, as we saw in the semi-finals. Nicely worked with Abdallah Mohamed. Ball comes out to Zizou, key player in the semi-final. Semi-finals against Raja Casablanca. His Ali Malul tries to loft one over the top towards Mohsen. Can he get a shot in? Well, back to the edge of the penalty area, but they've got Sassi, who's in position to just tame things and calm things down. A little foul there by Hamid, who's got some wonderful silky skills when he's trying to keep the ball away from any of the other midfield hounds who are trying to rattle him and shake him up. You can see that Pacheco, the Portuguese, going against Zamalek on that occasion. Bit of a high challenge. Let's have a look. Zulia just knocked down by Abdallah Mohamed against Zamalek on that. Let's have a look. Zulia just knocked down by Abdallah Mohamed. Free kick for the Red Devils. Be a little bit careful, I think, when you're going up, and keep your arms down. And of course, it's going to be one of those scenarios. Keep your arms down. I didn't see him. I didn't see him at all. Yeah, right. 3 minutes in, we can see that both teams just trying to read each other, understand exactly what's going on. Play against each other all the time, of course, so it's not as if they're unfamiliar with each other, but of course tactics change. Well, Bossen Marwan, he's a dangerous hitman, back from injury just about 6 weeks ago, and ever since he's looking good. That's Ben Sharkey, by the way, over on that far side, getting the ball kicked away from his possession by Hani, who will be busy tonight up against the Moroccan forward. Tariq Hamid gets the ball over towards Zizou. Ali Malul, he's on fire, isn't he, already? You can just see that he's like a man possessed when he moves forward. That's a nice little ball over the top. It's a great chance. Can AHLY find the back of the net? The answer to that is no, but it was great work down that right-hand side. El Shahat just pouncing on the loose ball, but defensively speaking, this is the issue. They've got problems at left back, and Gaber has come in from the midfield to try and cover for the likes of Gomar or El Wench, Abdel Shafi, these players who are not available because of COVID or because of an injury. Abdel Shafi out because of an injury, but the likes of Gomar and El Wench, it's just, he's out of position, and he needs to know exactly what he's doing, especially when he's got the likes of El Shahat to deal with. Let's see what happens here. Ali Malul with the corner that's taken. Oh, it's in the back of the net. It's an early goal. They found the back of the net. The Red Devils take the lead. El Zulia. Well, the former Ismaili man, again unmarked, just nodding home as if he was on his own. A scenario that just couldn't have been written better for the Red Devils of Pitso Mosimane. Well, he heard right. Look at the delivery. It is absolutely delicious. And that was pounced on perfectly, wasn't it? By that man, AHLY. It's an easy goal. It's a freebie. And I'm looking at the problem that they've got at left back with Gabert, because I think that this is not ideal, is it? It's not the perfect scenario for Pacheco to have a midfielder, central midfielder, come in and cover at left back. He might have to readdress the situation. AHLY is the man who has done the business as early as the 6th minute. Well, let's hope that that is just the start of what will be a flurry of goals scored here in this wonderful, exotic city of Cairo. This stadium up in the north of the city, I know extremely well from having commentated lots of matches here over time. African Cup of Nations, of course, on 2 occasions, but it's such a wonderful stadium, it really is, and it's even better when it's absolutely packed to the rafters. But still, we've got to just take what we can, and the fact that we have a game of football being played, and what a game of football it is. Tariq Hamid just moving away from Junior Ajay. His Zizou tries to take on the Nigerian, decides not to, pulls the ball back. There's the little chip into the penalty area. There's a chance for a header. Can't go down like that. It's too easy. The referee, Mr. Gorbal, not worried about it. You can get on the CAF digital platforms, all set up for you to enjoy yourself this evening. Hashtag TotalCAFCL. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter too. You'd be mad not to get involved. Shikabala, nice touch there, keeps the ball in, just down that left-hand side. But Sharky, well, the linesman says no. Ball off the 24-year-old Nigerian, formerly of CS Sfax. Pitsomo Simani, the 56-year-old, winner of the African Champions League with Mamelodi Sundowns back in 2016, and who were on the receiving end of that. Now he is with AHLY, of course. That's a good little ball through, and Ben Sharkey just brought down Tariq Hamid, putting in a very strong... Sorry, Fatty putting in a very strong tackle there. There's a little bit of a slap on the face. It was accidental by Shikabala. No bad blood there, as you'll see from this. There it is. Kind of accidental. Anyway, Afshar receives the little tap in the face. Ball picked up by Ashraf at the back. Formerly of Smua. El Hanafi, another former Smua player. Over to... It's a good ball over to Hani. Hani, good control of the ball. Tries to get back. There's a chance it's in the penalty area. Couldn't tee it up on that occasion, El Shahad. And it's going to be a goal kick. He's a little bit frustrated, little smile. Sarcastic smile. Look at Tariq Hamid. He is looking very, very focused and serious there, because I think that he